What's up, guys? Websoak here, and today we have another Minecraft episode. So we finally have it here, Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. It's been a while since this episode was supposed to be recorded. What wound up happening is I just, lost focus on this stop. I was going to do it right after 5th Avenue, 53rd Street, which is literally right over there. You can literally see the cones. You guys saw on the tour there were the cones on the east end of the exit near Madison Avenue. You can literally see them there. I'm not gonna, it's gonna unload 3rd Avenue, but I want everything to be loaded. So if I went over there, I could show you guys how close it is. You can see that's Park Avenue, and then another block away is Madison Avenue, and that's literally where it is. But yeah, so we have Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. It's been a while. We have two buildings here for it. This one and this one. One has two exits and one has an exit in. So yeah, let's get into it. So you can see it says East 53rd Street, Lexington Avenue, and East 53rd Street here as well. Let's start with this entrance because this is the main. I almost said exit there. Or I guess you could technically call this an exit too. This is the main entrance / exit. It has this giant building up here. This one is taller than the Times Square Tower at Times Square. So that's a bit of scale for you guys. A very tall building here. I was surprised how tall this one actually was. I didn't think it was this tall, but it does look proper, so probably is this tall. Head down here, it's like a courtyard area. This fountain, and then there's a sign, Subway, EM6. You know, I'm gonna get this because I think this is gonna be the thumbnail. Let me get the thumbnail, guys. Alright, so looks like that can be the thumbnail if I decide to use that. So Subway EM6, left arrow EM, up arrow for the 6. We're going to start with the 6 because it's closer. Well, not really, but it's higher up. So I'm leaving the minimap on so you guys can see the underground map or whatever it will choose to load. I don't control what it loads, it just loads. So here it says entry for the EM and 6. Then there's like a glass walkway there. You guys will see that a bit later as we go back. This might be a longer tour than the others. Built this like weird sideways sign. Subway EM6. That could be a thumbnail too. There's a lot of possible thumbnails here. When I get to Times Square, oh, that's going to be tough, but I think I've already picked out the thumbnail there. But, so I've got this entrance. I had to use the tiny blocks for this one because you can't put signs at a 45-degree angle. And yeah, the M looks ugly. So does the E. The 6 isn't as bad though. And the W looks weird there. But it is what it had to be. And then it's like under this tall building here. I'll show you guys this entrance over here, which is at 52nd Street and Lexington Avenue. Subway EM6. You can head down here, and yeah, I know. That's a 45-degree sign that I built straight. So you come down here, and it comes over here. That's where we just went up. You can see up there a really cool view of the giants over there. These two huge buildings. Although there's probably a lot of other tall buildings here. I think this area has a lot of tall buildings. We're still like in the Midtown area. Not all that far from Times Square, to be honest. So we went past this. There are these turnstiles here. EM6, that's where we just came through. We're going to go over to the 6 now. We've got this area with these signs. Those signs are glowing. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see they're glowing. I put the brightness down so you guys can actually see that those are glowing. Yeah, making sure night vision's off. Uptown to the Bronx 6. Let's go to this 6. So come down here to this passageway. 6 downtown, and then that goes back to the EM. Keep getting hit by the roof here. It's kind of lower here because of the tracks. Come up here, and now you're at the platform. I built this side of the tunnel for the 6. Do I play that? Nah, I'm not going to play the arriving announcement. I'm probably not going to be playing the arrival announcements for now on. I think those are just better left for the full rides. And there's 2 signs over there that point to the E and the M. I will play this announcement though. Oh, I didn't load it.
This is a Brooklyn Bridge bound 6 train. The next stop is Grand Central, 42nd Street.
Alright, so that was pretty tough to find actually. You guys would be surprised. Exit 51st and Lexington Avenue. We'll be over there in a minute. So we'll head out here. There's a bunch of exits here. I put minecart machines. I didn't know if there's a booth here or not, but I decided to put a booth here. Put the pillars there. Exits here. The exits are kind of cool looking here. They're like very unique. So there's like these M's, which are good to have because now that I've made these, I can use them in other spots. I made like the ribs, kind of like the ridges on the metal. Says 51st Street Station, EM6. 2 over here. 51st Street Station, EM6. I don't know if the E and M are on the signs here, but I think they are. So I put them. And yeah, that's the same area we just went up. I also forgot to point out these mosaics that say 51st Street. Quite proud of how those came out. More signs pointing towards the E and M. More 51st Streets. And the platform ends over here. I did not put the tunnel here yet. I don't know when I'm going to build Grand Central. Probably not for a long time, so don't ask about Grand Central. Another minecart dispenser. This weird glass staircase. I think it's glass. I've never been to this staircase, guys, so I don't know, but I know there's a building above it. But like I had mentioned in a previous episode, I want to focus buildings at Times Square. These 2 buildings I actually built weeks ago. Could have been a month, actually, by this point. But Lexington Avenue and 50th Street, we'll go back towards where we were. But you can see those are very tall buildings. I'll go to the top and turn on F3 so you guys can see how tall they are. The entrances on this side are slightly different. They have like full walls instead of there, which like the the see-through fence type walls, the bar type walls, that kind of stuff. Entry EM6, same type of mezzanine, but I do like how this mezzanine looks. And the other side, Lexington Avenue, 51st Street. So these are the entrances that the station's named after. Lexington Avenue, 51st Street, because if you're on the 6th, it announces it as 51st Street, and if you're on the E, it announces it as Lexington Avenue, 53rd, or the M. So we'll enter. Here's the announcements. I did not put them at the ends like I usually do, or as of recent I've been doing, because that was a thing that I kind of started recently, and I started this station before that happened. Here's the Uptown announcement.
This is a Bronx-bound 6 local train. The next stop is 59th Street.
Yeah, that one sounds pretty good, actually. Slightly better than the downtown one, although they're both clear enough. Exit E and M. And this side has no exit, like that side, so it just ends out here. You'll also notice that I used a pattern here for the floor, because if you look at the real one, there's like tiling along the floor. And I also did these step-aside signs with arrows, which are there in real life as well. And I'll just show you guys like a view into the tunnel a little bit. You can see into the tunnel, 3rd rail switches sides, but yeah, there's the tunnel. See these beams, there those are. I like changed the design, but I've been looking for these. I had made these and I forgot what they were, and I wanted to use this one again for other stops, but I couldn't find it. But I guess it was here. But the difference with this one is like the branches, they reach all the way out to the width of the beam, and they have like these bolts. Whereas the other ones, the branches don't reach all the way out. So I like these ones better. Head back here, we'll go to the E and M now. Exit 52nd Street and Lexington Avenue. You guys already saw that. And we loop back to where we started with the 6. It says downtown, uptown, the Bronx 6, E and M. head out here. Now we're in like the area where I was showing you guys behind glass before. And you just walk here. It's kind of weird, but it's got like these designs here. These like, they're all around the station really. These like circular things. Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. This is where we started, guys. See, we started over here. Yep. Tall building. And yeah, let's go to the E&M now. The E&M has red pillars instead of the 6, which is blue. I'm going to point out one of the announcements on the E is messed up because I couldn't find a clean Uptown announcement for it, so I had to splice it with the G, so it's going to sound weird. But you guys will see. I'm going to fix that before I do the full ride of the E, although might not because I'm going to go downtown for the E. Here's the M and E announcements.
This is a Brooklyn-bound M local train. The next stop is 5th Avenue, 53rd Street. This is a World Trade Center-bound E train. The next stop is 5th Avenue, 53rd Street.
Alright, and when you place the icon on the track, obviously nothing happens because you have to click the button since it's line sharing. You can see a little into the tunnel there. This platform's ceiling height is a bit shorter than usual. You guys might have noticed that right off the bat. But it's like arched and half a block shorter than the typical ceiling, although the arch makes it kind of higher, but not so much for the pillars. There's escalators here. I don't know if I'm going to go up every escalator. This just goes here. I guess I'll show you guys what the top area looks like later when we're finishing the tour and going back to Lexington Avenue. So here's more of the platform. I threw some benches in. I did not put route signs because there's no way for them to fit properly. Here's a map. If you guys are not living in New York City, I wouldn't recommend it personally, but here's where we live. Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. Or no, this is where we are, not where we live. Here is where the station is. Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street, EM. So right there. And a previous station we toured, 57th, was right there. So you can see we're pretty close to that. There's 5th Avenue, 53rd Street. There's Herald Square. This is the Bronx part of the D, so that's Kingsbridge Road. It's like all the way up there, guys. Tons of progress has been made on this map. Canal Street, I never pointed out where that was. It's right there. This map is not entirely geographically accurate, so exact spots may vary. Oh, it also looks like I have to update this map. I must have put in an old one because I noticed the queue still goes to Queens. And it doesn't actually have the 2nd Avenue queue, which is supposed to go here. Connect to the F there. But, big deal. I can fix that later. So we go down the platform more. I also like how I did the walls here. With like the arched walls. I think that's pretty cool. There's an exit sign there. Doesn't say 6 because that's a separate mezzanine. You can't get to the 6 from that exit. You'll get stuck. And then you'll have to go out. So here are the announcements for the Uptown side. Again, the Eads announcement is kind of weird. I spliced it with the G because I couldn't get a clean one. So I have to go out sometime and record it myself, which is going to be difficult because this is a crowded line. But yeah.
This is a Queens-bound E train. The next stop is
Court Square, 23rd Street.
Yeah, that one was kind of weird. Here's the M. M is normal.
This is a Queens-bound M local train. The next stop is
Court Square, 23rd Street.
Of course, there are the instructions. There's like a switch right into the tunnel there, and then they become 2 separate tubes. And you got the same arrow track there that doesn't do much. Also, this station is using the rusty rail design instead of the typical black rails. And there's also a hill. I'm just going to point this out before we go up. There's a hill entering the Uptown side. See, it's a hill. Alright, so let's head over to the 3rd Avenue mezzanine. So 3rd Avenue is right here. See, exit 3rd Avenue and 53rd Street. We're going to take the stairs. Real men take the stairs. EM. And looks like I forgot an exit sign, but that should say exit 3rd Avenue and 53rd Street. Entry to the E&M, because if you want to enter for the 6, you got to go to this side. Got a weird looking mezzanine here. Entry E6, EM6, then you got to walk down there. I'll show you guys that part after I get through these exits. Normal exit right here. Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. You can see just how big that building is. It like goes like halfway into the block almost, maybe a third, probably more than a third, probably like almost half, yeah. Actually no, there's this entrance. I was about to show you guys those ones, but I'll show you guys this one because it's another basic entrance. This one, Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. I'll show you guys the back. There's the back side of that one. Here's the back side of that one. And there are 2 more here. These ones are more fancy. This one has an escalator and a staircase. It's supposed to be in a building. Then it comes out here, but I already explained the reason I didn't put any more buildings at this stop. Then if we cross the street, over here, there's this one, which is, I don't know if you'd call it part of a building. It's only connected really by a pillar. But, yeah, this one is cool. And yeah, you can see, look, the buildings are, they're just like tanking the view, basically. You're standing here and you can still see the tip of that. That's how tall that one is. Look, you're at the bottom and you can still see the tip. Goes up 1 block and you can already see like half the building. Yep, that's cool. Huh. And we'll head out this way, back to where we started. Entry M6. Mezzanine, well, no, this isn't a mezzanine, this is like a crossover. EM, and that's just an escalator that we walked by. It goes down there. There's another escalator here. It says EM down arrow. Goes over there. Then there's another one here. Did I show you guys what the signs say? I'm just going to show you guys one of the signs. But in case I didn't, here's what they say. They just say exit up arrow 6. Except the ones by the end say exit 3rd Avenue and 53rd Street. And yeah, that's going to be it. So, hope you guys enjoyed Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. This episode has been coming for a while. Pretty overdue. I'll show you guys how high these buildings go, in case you're curious. You can see the minimap doesn't even render the top of them, even though we can see it. Minimap only goes up to whatever floor. The interiors of them are just generic. This one, I guess, slightly more complicated. I just pasted offices inside it. And the top up here. Look at the Y level on the minimap. We're at like Y300. And the very tip of the building, Y366. So pretty tall building. The view's pretty cool up here. You can see Park Avenue, Lexington Avenue unfinished, and you can see 3rd Avenue. What can you see on this side? Oh, I didn't load that far on this side. Park Avenue, Lexington, 3rd. That's pretty cool though. I love how with this mod that breaks the height limit, that you can just see this far. It's just so cool. And it doesn't just like cut off when you get too high. Like you can see over there, it's like starting to cut off, but that could be the render fog. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Especially when I get to Times Square. You guys are going to love Times Square. That episode is going to be insane. So yeah, that's been Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, and share. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.